Hi there, hello. Welcome to my show where I make promises. Like, Plarium, if you finally get around to nerfing Polymorph, I'm going to show off my abdominal muscles on my channel. That's a promise, people. You want to see my abs? Because I'll show them. I'll do it. I'll do anything to get rid of this bloody Polymorph. Bloody Polymorph. Bane of our existence, right? So this is a kind of a follow-up video to the one I did yesterday, or rather, for me, it's actually earlier today. I'm literally just doing the next session. I don't know if you pay attention to what I wear while I play these, but it's the same day. I just happened to be alone tonight, so I figured I would get this session out of the way early. So I might even get some different interesting ones. We're facing 64, another number name. Very interesting. Yesterday we fought 48. Today we're fighting 64. I'm not feeling particularly good at maths, I must admit. Uh, but we'll give it the old college try. So I'm seeing Arbiter Necret. That could go anywhere. It could go first, it could go second. So maybe I'll just prepare to go second. I would love to bring in Helicath and Ultimate Death Knight on my first fight. I think that'd be a fun one to use. So he's preparing to just outright kill my Monkey King. I feel like, am I shouting? Am I talking too loud? It's the headset. Um, well, maybe I'll go for... Maybe I'll go for Nuker number 1. Nuker number... No. This guy. I'm going to try these guys. Harim is always a rough time. And Tormund the Cold. So let's try getting rid of... Let's just get rid of Foley. So I'll bring in a Speed Aura. Resist Aura. Let's take the Resistance. Just to give me an extra shot at not getting knocked about by Tormund the Cold's debuffs. He might also be in a stun set or a provoke set. These are good things to put on your Tormund. Damn, I wish I had a Tormund. It's one of the many champions that I see in the arena, and while he's not necessarily top tier, he's very close to the top. He's an awesome response to Arbiter, or really any kind of boosting meta. Interestingly, it looks like Xena is now also a really good response to the boosting meta. That's right. And I gotta bear in mind, Harima is going to be excellent at countering Duchess. And then it just occurs to me, yeah, I also brought Candy. So that was not a great choice, but hopefully I can use Leo to take her out. I suppose I have to get rid of Arbiter first. So let's see. I'll go for the AoE. That takes out someone, so I can follow up with... Should I hit Arbiter? I should hit Arbiter. So she can get some healing in there. That takes care of Harima. So really, I think our position is getting pretty good. Just got to take down that Arbiter. So, how many people out there are going to get that pass after all? I asked this yesterday, I think, as well, but in case I didn't, or in case you didn't watch yesterday's video, for how many people does that seem worth it? To me, 58 Canadian dollars. I know it's over 40 American. I don't know what exactly it is in any other denomination. But does it seem worth it for that champion? She does seem very good. Mileage will vary from player to player, of course, because some people out there are going to be exclusively free to play no matter what. I think the vast majority of players are probably free to play no matter what. It seems difficult to justify paying for anything in this game just because it's, you know what I mean. Anyway, good game, 64. I should remember, win or lose, to say good game to every opponent I place. I used to play a lot of online chess. It was our going thing. You type GG, they type GG. Every now and again, I'd play somebody who decided instead they would be extraordinarily rude, which is why it's probably just as well that we can't talk to one another in this game in mid-fight, because I imagine there would probably be a fair degree of reprehensible behavior. You have sore losers, you have sore winners. I remember having one game where I lost to this guy and I was going to say good game and he just told me to go F myself and left. And my girlfriend saw it, and just she didn't understand it either. She's like, I don't get it. He won. Why is he mad? But some people, you know, maybe I'll take Leo. Is that who I want? Do I want candy? I want candy. I want candy. Of course, candy's not a particularly good response to Sun Wukong, but maybe I'll just ban him. I'll probably ban him anyway. So he's got something I want to respond to with bombs, but I don't have a good strip champion, which means it's maybe a little too late in the game to be trying to bring bombers. So what I'll do instead is I will bring Pythion just for the support he brings, and I'm going to bring this dude after all. And of course, Marichka. So there are no other revivers here, so I could just single Marichka out. I really don't want to deal with Harima. I think she's basically a nightmare that I'd rather not deal with. I've already got a lot of demons here. So we have to take out Marichka first. Maybe I'll lead with... Okay, I could hope for good resist here, is what I'm thinking. I'll take the resistance. My Duchess has Decent-ish resistance. I talked about this in the last session. I swear to God, I'm going to make my first dupe 6-star. I've never done it. I've made, I think, close to 150 6-star units now, and none of them are dupes. I always want to make somebody new. But I think I'm reaching a point where I could probably do one, particularly a Duchess. And I'm thinking Stone Skin with some kind of useful subset. And if I can get Stone Skin going with the accessories, I could even get her in like a bolster, let's say, or immunity, or swift parry. All of these would be awesome. So let's see. We kind of got to take her out. You know what? I think we have to take out UDK first, because otherwise we have to go through him anyway. So I think we might even be in a kind of a slow game where, you know what? Let's just go for the AoE immediately. Just to see where we are damage-wise. So evidently he needs to be buffed with an increased attack buff before he can really achieve much of anything with that move. That's good to know. So we can bring in this Hex. See if we get off a few lucky stonings on them. There's one. Perfect. Might as well keep aiming for her anyway, even though I have to go through UDK. Can be a little bit patient. Then we'll hit UDK. Then we'll hit Marichka. Then we'll hit UDK again, I'm guessing. That is super annoying. He's very accurate. Alright, let's try this. So we can see how much damage I can do to his Stone Skin. The answer is not much. Oh, that is very, very nasty. Wow, he hits hard. And furthermore, he can whittle away my max health. That's going to be very difficult to deal with. I respect this team a lot, Park. This is really cool. It's a very cool conundrum you've given me. A riddle, if you will. So let's cleanse. I still don't have the increased attack, so let's try to get that up, and let's try to keep it up. So let's get a few more buffs up. I guess he wants to whittle away at his health so that he can take down everybody together. I do respect that as a strategy. So bam, someone goes down. Next we'll take out, and I really want to try to take Marichka, but I don't know if I'm going to get her in one shot. I mean, we'll definitely get rid of him, and maybe that's a big help. So I wonder who the feast is on. I wonder if he also put it on UDK like I did. I put mine on my UDK simply because he's, yeah, we'll do this. Simply because my UDK has the best blessing. But all things considered, I'd actually rather keep UDK slow. So it might be good for him to put it on his son Wukong, or it might have been good to put it on his Marichka. We'd have to wait and see. Oh yes, Marichka's bloody passive. Oh my god. Plarium, please nerf Marichka as well. If you do, I swear to God, abdominal muscles. You guys will see. You know, one for the spank bank. Evan, what are you doing? It's a good thing I mark this as not for kids. I always mark my videos as not for kids. At first, I found that odd that every time you upload a video, you have to specify if it's for kids or not. Like, it strikes me that that should at least be something that you can, oh, and good game park. That it's something that you at least should be able to set by default. Like, you know what? My videos are never going to be for kids. Why don't you just go ahead and let that be ticked off rather than making me select it every time? Seems bizarre. Seems like bad design, YouTube. If anybody from YouTube is watching, please fix that. So here we go. You got an Arbiter. I'm going to bring in these two. I'm feeling supporty today. Maybe I'll make this Duchess and Pythion's day. So let's bring in him again. And Lady Kimmy, huh? Lady Kimmy's really good at all kinds of things. So I kind of want to ban her, but I could probably also just ban the Wukong. I'm going to bring in him again, just because Candy's really good with Duchess. And given that I've got 2 nukers and 2 revivers, it allows me to pick anybody I want for the final. So, 2 more big nukers here, no surprise. Maybe I'll take Goffred. Goffred's a good way to round out the team. I could also bring Emic, and you know what? I really want to bring Emic. I think it's his turn. So let's bring Emic. Let's eliminate the Monkey King. He's probably going to eliminate Fenax. The Monkey King is too strong without a counter. Oh, but he eliminated Emic. I find that surprising. I mean, I don't see Emic all that much. I don't think he's meta, and I don't even think he's as meta as the other 4 that I took. Maybe excluding Fenax. There's obviously more meta choices than Fenax, but Fenax is my best option. So here we go. Who do I want? Do I want speeds? Do I want resist? I think I want the speed. I think at this point that's my best option. I don't think we need extra attack because this is looking like it'll be a squishy team. So we just have to survive the onslaught, which is maybe a little too hopeful for my own good, but we'll see what happens. So I'm in a bolster set on Python. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before. It's not the best bolster set. It's just my best bolster set. I didn't get great pieces, and I am a free-to-play player, so I kind of had to take the pieces that I got. Youch. Okay, so let's pick them back up. And... I'm wondering if I want to try to just heal a little and buff a little. Just to take a little less damage when we invariably get punched. Particularly by Leoris, who hits super hard. Youch. Well, good game, whoever you were. I guess I should have gone for Goffred. Although, then maybe he'd have been banned. Is this the same guy? This looks like the same guy. I think it's the same guy, and I think he's going to choose the same champions. And maybe I should not. Maybe I should mix it up. So I'll take these two instead. If he goes for the same champions again, I'm fairly confident I can bring a team that just outright counters it. I could probably just go for bombers. Why don't we start with... Like, yeah, I think with these two, we're pretty good. Maybe I could go for Kymar and a bomber. Say this one. So last time, his final picks were Leorius and Ithos. Two very respectable nukers that I happen to have. I don't have a lot of Void Legos, but I do have those two. So I could have been cheeky and picked those two, but I don't want them. I want to beat them. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring another bomber. I'm going to ban Sun Wukong again. And I expected that. So let's take the accuracy. And basically, it's going to come down to that Lady Kimmy. How good is she at peeling away my buffs? It's a 50-50 shot on each one. Really, it's a 25% chance that she removes both. And I only need one bomber, I think. Although Leorius does have that unkillable thing. So I'd want to be able to follow up by killing him. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh, my goodness. Wow. This team is a wall breaker. That's actually quite impressive. I mean, I can come in with this. My hope was to come in with Ramen 2 and just shut down the passives and then bomb them out, but that did not happen. I am so impressed by this guy's team. Anyway, I mean, I probably lost. I could just be difficult and stay in. I don't imagine I will survive terribly long. But you know, I can be very stubborn. Yeah, not that stubborn. No, good game. Now, I was about to say, we could go in right now and try for a third, but we can't. We got knocked all the way down to tier 1. So this will probably be somebody else. Because I don't imagine he got knocked down to tier 1 by winning. Imagine if that was how this game worked. All hell would break loose. You'd have cats and dogs living together. Total Armageddon. You probably wouldn't even have this counter ticking down anymore. Or ticking up. I guess I should say it ticks up. What's it going to? It's going to 60. I don't know exactly what second it is at which I can be sure it's not finding anybody, but I don't think I have ever seen it find somebody beyond 30. I want to say even by about 20 seconds in, at that point, you're in for the rest of the minute. It's interesting because it shouldn't be this difficult to find an opponent. That doesn't make sense to me. Particularly if I say, find again, and it immediately finds one this time. Right? You're going to find one? Please tell me you're going to find one. Otherwise, I mean, you're probably here for my company, and I do appreciate that. But it'd be fun if we had some fights today. So we got this guy from Russia 36. I was expecting to fight less Russians if I was on at prime time. I'm expecting, Americans, Canadians. Where are all my fellow Canadians and rival Americans? Where are you guys? Well, everybody's got to be somewhere. Or maybe these are Americans pretending to be Russians. Would you guys do that? A black hat operation of pretending to be Russian players? What would be the end game there? So let's go with, we'll go with Python. When I see UDK, I usually want to go with bombs. I could try that. Why not? Let's try one bomber. Just one, though. Because they might start bringing cleansers, just other things that make bombers not viable. Maybe just a lot of polymorph. No cleanser yet. Okay. I got to remind myself, like the 2700, this might be somebody that's just not used to this meta yet. So I could totally bring a second and a third bomber. I'm going to bring 3 bombers just for shits and giggles. I'm going to bring 3 bombers. And you are going to blow up. So he is bringing a cleanser finally, but I'm just going to ban the cleanser. And he's going to ban my cleanser, which is what it is, I guess. I mean, I guess he does have stun from her. So let's... Do I want to just bring the attack? I could try for speed, but honestly, let's just maximize the damage my bombs can do. I'm feeling optimistic about this next fight. But pride always cometh before a fall, or something like that, right? So I get off my increase attack and my block debuffs. We'll put some bombs on everybody. We'll put some more bombs on everybody. We will tick down the timers on everybody except for Magnar. What you gonna do, Magnar? Remember, if you kill me, the bombs go off and you die. So let's just blow them up. I really like Souldrinker. I almost never bring him because he's kind of the obvious number 3 of all the bombers that I could have. But he does synergize very well with Gaius, because if they knock out Souldrinker, they get bombs on all of them. And if they also knock out Gaius at the same time or immediately after, the bombs all get placed and immediately go off. So they could just sort of instantly die when they defeat you. Maybe I should try that more often in these fights. Here, let's bring Duchess. She's another solid opener, I find. I know I like to open with Mithrala a lot, but I must say, Duchess does not let me down. I only wish I had an even more arena-focused Duchess. Like, this is the Duchess I use everywhere. I use her absolutely everywhere. Let's try Python first, and I could hazard a bomber again. Maybe I'll hazard Gaius first. But yeah, this Duchess, I use her absolutely everywhere. She's in Regen Immortal, and she has about I think 450 resistance, and I find that's really good in most areas of the game. So she's in almost every PvE comp that I use if I expect anybody to die. Oh, and he's bringing a bomber. Very cool. Very, very cool. And I'm not really seeing any cleansers yet, which is interesting. So I will try the Souldrinker idea after all. Although I can't have a third bomber, so what I will instead do is bring Mithrala. Are we sure about this? Because it basically means that I have to use bombers to defeat him. I'm going to do it. Maybe instead of Mithrala, I should have tried bringing Candy, just to have a non-bomber. We're about to find out. You know what? There's almost a part of me that hopes that I'm wrong, so that I can lose and stay in gold 1. We're back in gold 2 already, aren't we? No, I'm not sure. So he brings Karato. I want to get rid of her. Or do I want to get rid of him? Where does his damage come from if I take away Karato? And he can't manage to get off the bombs on everybody. It's a good question. I'm still going to ban Yumeko anyway. Oh, also, and I just realized, they are a pair. They're actually designed to go together. So it's good that I banned one of them. I'll try the resist aura. Or do I want the accuracy? I mean, either way, I get resistance on her. Let's do the resist. That seems sound. So Ramen 2, probably going to open with his passive shutdown. Or would he rather wait for the buffs to be up? I think he wants to wait for the buffs. I really have to speed up that Mithrala. I really want her going ahead of pretty much everyone. So let's do the cleanse. He then does his bombs. I guess we get lucky. So now there's bombs on him. So this actually worked out great. I think he's in deep trouble now. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do. So let's use the revive. Just to give myself a full party. Now, it might be that my Souldrinker's bombs are not as strong as my other bombers. It's been a while since I built this Souldrinker, and I think it may very well be that he's several thousand attack lower. Because it looks like 2 bombs are not enough to bomb them out, whereas it can be good with the others. Wow. Let's see if Mithrala can outlast them. I think it's possible that she can. Boom, he's dead. Karato. I don't know if these poisons will do it. I think I have to hit him at least one more time. So, down goes Karato. I'll take him out next. I don't think this... Yeah, I think we got it. It seems like a strange way to win, but this is absolutely enough. So good game, Falcon. That was very close, very harrowing. It made for a very intriguing battle. I think it's hilarious that the bombs landed on him, and it should have worked. I just need to maybe crank up his attack to 11. This amp goes up to 11. Any Spinal Tap fans out there? Okay. Duchess, Pythion. Let's see what Loki comes up with. Hopefully something low-key. Alright, so he's got fast revivers. So he needs speed. So I want to counter with something slow. So we'll do the Helicath paradigm. And I think maybe I still want to get rid of his Siphi, just in case. He's probably going to want to get rid of my Ultimate Death Knight. He might want to get rid of Helicath, though. I wonder, what do the top players get rid of between these two? Did they get rid of Ultimate Death Knight, or did they get rid of Helicath? Oh, and it's this dude. I don't even know this guy's name. I vaguely remember him coming out. I don't remember what he does. Feel like I need to do my homework on that one. So let's see. Maybe I want to bring a second source of damage. So we could bring this guy. I mean, we're out of time, so that's what we're doing. What is his deal? What does he do? Like, is he a damage dealer? I don't recall. I feel like he's a support of some kind. But what happens if I just get rid of Loki's candy? Like, does he have any other damage here? I don't know. Let's find out. So I'll bring Helicath. He'll be my lead. So I am anticipating maybe a problem here. Again, it kind of depends on what he does. I think maybe he is a nuker. I just don't remember. I saw maybe one video on him. I did not pull shards for him. I was not expecting to ever get him. And I wasn't even expecting to ever fight him. And he's about to go right now. So Righteous, that's what it does. Was that supposed to do a lot of damage? Because that didn't do a lot of damage. I'm not really sure what's going on here. So we'll put up my Veils. I want to get up my block damage. I mean, I may have locked us into a very slow fight, though. Because it's not like I have any way of blocking his revive. I'm not... maybe I do want the cleanse. So that we don't get hammered by that meteor. So now we're going to start to get off our counterattacks. And he was probably right. Okay, that took a chunk out, and it ignored the block damage. That's very interesting. So maybe that's not a half-bad response to the Helicath paradigm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking him out first. At a certain point, when I hit him, he's going to go down in one hit. Because I do have, the Feast one. I tried to mention this blessing by name once before in this session. Life Harvest, that's what it's called. I've got Life Harvest on UDK. So each time he revives, he's going to have a little bit less. Who else do I want to hit? We'll make RB next. And I'm going to hold off on the AoE for one turn, just so it overlaps better with the defense. I'd rather keep everybody on block damage for one turn and then put up the shield. I find there's just more coverage that way. Also, Helicath has refresh stuff, so sometimes I get back his block damage a lot quicker. And he also has the mastery that cycles through them faster, and so on. So that I try to get up block damage as frequently as possible with Helicath. So I'm willing to stay in for the long fight. I mean, I got here early. I got here right at the reset. I'm a patient man when I need to be. And this polymorph is brutal. I mean, he is so slow now as a sheep. I think polymorph drops you down to something like 150 speed. So if it hits an ultra slow ultimate Death Knight, he actually gets faster, but most champions get considerably slower. I mean, Siphi, with her speed of like 400 or whatever she's at for most players, just becomes as slow as a snail that's been smoking weed, which is an analogy I just made up. All right, Siphi. So what's your plan? So one thing that is working out for me better than usual with the Helicath paradigm is I brought two different champions that can both bring block debuffs. And that helps a lot with Siphi, notwithstanding the fact I've already got Ultimate Death Knight. So he also pretty much prevents anyone else from getting slept. And that buff is probably not even going to drop from Ultimate Death Knight. So he's taking a lot of time to think. I'm wondering if Loki is either walked away from his computer in disgust or is deliberately making the fight last longer. Because he can probably see how this ends. My forecast is we can win this fight. With enough persistence, we'd just get there. Like as soon as Arbiter goes down, she's going to come back with less health. We can start picking on Uko. As soon as he comes back with less health. Until Helicath can just murder everybody with one move. And I don't know what's going on with Loki, because really, his decisions shouldn't take him this long. But apparently, they are. I don't know. Maybe he's got a really brilliant strategy, and he's just taking a lot of time to really think it through. It's not like I'm giving him great options either. I mean, whenever he does take his turn, he's getting hit back. As soon as Helicath gets another turn, I think I probably have the block damage again. So I can put it right back up. Nope, it removed some buffs. Not enough buffs, apparently. Now they're on block damage. Let's get some healing out. Why not? Won't try to hit them yet. We'll just put up this. The next time they take any moves, we'll hit them. So down he goes again. He certainly looks like he's got potential. Let's see if he can... Yep. At this point, even Pythion can take him out in one shot. So let's continue wearing them down. Because normally, at this point, I'd say this will get boring, so I'm just gonna put it on auto. No, I'm gonna sit here and do it. If you guys decide you want to skip ahead, I'll probably mark that down at the end of the video. So from this point on, if you wanted to skip ahead, I would understand. If you want to bear with me, because you know you're just chilling, playing Raid Shadow Legends or doing whatever you happen to be doing while you're watching this video. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm just going to keep it going. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just keep attacking. Just keep chipping away at Arbiter. So she goes down. He revives them again. Yeah, let's take her out first this time. Oh, not enough. Not enough. That is rough. And it might be that Loki feels that really I don't have the right to win. That my strategy isn't strong enough to be winning strategy. And he could be right. But I've still got 20 whole minutes. And each time Arbiter goes down, she comes back up weaker. You know what? I'm going to go for the nuke now. Oh yeah. Look at all that damage. Yeah. Go on the offensive. Alright, I'm just going to put this stuff up. As much as I'd love to just hit back again, sooner or later I'm going to need this. Well, Duchess isn't strong enough to quite take him down in one hit yet. Let's take him out. And let's take her out. I mean, I'm going to guess this guy has nothing but attacks. So he's just going to attack and get countered. I don't know that I'm going to have as much luck taking down Arbiter in one hit with them. Even Helicath is still struggling. Okay, we'll still do it. So at this point, it's just a question of, can I kill Duchess at all? I should be able to. But I don't know. Like, I've only got one source of damage. I can pray for a provoke here. Didn't get one. That's unsurprising. I didn't build him for accuracy. Although I could still stubbornly just kill Duchess this time. So we start taking away her max health. Because at a certain point, I think the amount of max health you can steal from Arbiter levels off. So let's just get this up. So I don't know if Uko is having accuracy problems as well. No. I am having a tough time with this Siphi. She does not want to die. Here, why don't you take a nap for a little? Down you'll go again. I can't tell if we're getting closer or not. This is a very tough Siphi. She was obviously built with more tankiness in mind than I was expecting. I gotta get this back up. And as the fight drags on longer and longer, more and more I think, you know, there's another 15 minutes where I could be making myself a cup of tea. There's all kinds of things I could be doing that are a better thing to do with my time than this. Keep the pressure on, even though Duchess doesn't exactly do a lot of damage. Look how close we're getting. So she's getting about 10,000 health every time she revives. So at this point, party's not staying up very well anymore. What's missing from here is some kind of mechanic that's going to allow me to do more and more damage as the fight drags on. If I had Harima, she's got that built in. There's a blessing that does it, and in fact, Fenax has it. But that doesn't help me because Fenax isn't here. really, that was good timing, finally. Good timing, guys. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on that Siffy. And... oh no. What just happened? So I think maybe Loki has finally resigned. It's difficult to say, isn't it? But I may have to reset my game now. That's very sad. I was hoping for the satisfaction of all that. So let's see. I cannot pause anymore because I actually changed this to record on MP4, which apparently doesn't let you pause. So you're going to have to bear with me while I reboot the game. So here we go. I'll shut it down. And it's disappeared. So I will definitely try to mark this off as well. In the meantime, have any of you been pulling for the new Singles Day event thing going on? I mean, they call it Singles Day, but it's like 4 days. So I'm going to be pulling tomorrow for Rhodos. I've been thinking about what proportion of sacreds to pull and what proportion of ancients. And I'm thinking of the two because I calculated that the ancients. So are we seeing the game? There we go. All right, so just need to load the game back up. The ancients are worth about 1/15 of what the sacreds are worth. And that's actually not a terrible ratio. So I'm wondering if I want to divvy it up and pull some sacreds, because I am sort of running low on sacreds. And by sort of low, I mean I got 38 sacreds. So that's, you know, and that's low for me. I think maybe a month ago I had like 64 of them because I'd been better about saving. And Clarium's just been very good about introducing events that I feel like I simply can't miss. And really, even though this doesn't quite get me the Lady Mikage fusion, I'm still very intrigued by it. So I've got 399 ancients. So I could definitely spare a whole bunch of these in place of sacreds. It might be better to hold some sort of a baseline of sacreds. So I don't know. If any of you have an opinion about that, let me know how many sacreds you think it is appropriate to sit on, to strive for if you're trying to have a pool that you want to sit on. I'm totally okay blowing through all my ancient shards because you can get more with gems, and I've got a crap ton of gems. So anyway, I didn't even think to look through the records to see if we technically won that or lost. I suppose it doesn't matter now, but I think we all know that I won that fight. So win or lose, we won. I keep saying we. How do you feel about that? You at home watching. Or maybe you're not watching from home, but wherever you are, does it make you feel included? Do you want to feel included? I like feeling included. I think most people do. I think we're hardwired that way. So part of why you got stuck with me during that whole reboot instead of me pausing was the change to the MP4 thing. I changed it just because it was absolutely wiping out my hard drive making videos. So let's see. I think I'll go for maybe some traditional nukers this time. And I mean, I'd really like to take him and just ban Harima. Like at this point, I'm almost locked into something like that. So just in case I can't, I have Leorius. But although if I can't, and he bans Leorius, I'm going to need a third nuker. But I get to pick last, so I can figure out who that is. He's bringing Helicath. Cool. So, how do I want to counter Helicath? I think I want to counter Helicath with Mithrala. And furthermore, if he then bans Mithrala and I don't ban his Helicath, I'm probably in a lot of trouble. Because Helicath kind of defeats most of the rest of what's here. So it is an interesting conundrum. So I think I have to ban Helicath anyway. So let's take the resist, or no, the accuracy. Give me the accuracy. So I am pretty worried about what Harima is going to do. Yeah, Leorius is practically useless when he loses his ability to go unkillable. Do I want this now? You know what? I'm going to wait. I'll cleanse first. So that takes care of one. No, not quite two, eh? That would have been great. So we got saved by that unkillable because that would have absolutely murdered everybody. 200,000 damage. So at this point, maybe it is a good time to get him back up. I mean, if there were one. Yeah, he just gets knocked down anyway. This is going to be a big problem for this team. I don't know. She obviously has a lot of resistance. I guess she's a dedicated cleanser with a nice little revive. Probably a good use for her. So there goes my reviver. I don't expect him to last very long either. Yeah, I could try to keep him alive. I don't know that really, like, Harima is just going to absolutely murder him. Yeah, it's a good game. That's it. So I got 2 fights left. Jake, your lord. So, what are you going to open with, my liege? Sun Wukong? I'm going to guess he's going to open with Sun Wukong. But maybe Duchess? Maybe a Siphi? Maybe a Taras. I have not seen a Taras at all today. I find interesting. But maybe the people with Taras just move so far up the arena that it's not even funny. So here we got a Kymar. I would love to hit back with that more too. Come on, Plarium, or RNGesus as the case may be. Please give me what I need. So I'll take these two again. Kaimar really is a solid unit too, eh? I mean, he's got that strip with the sleep. He's got a big reset for everyone. And he's fast. I feel like I'm not showing Kaimar the respect he deserves, either in live arena or classic arena. I don't even know if I use him in any of my teams anymore. I totally should. He's great. And this is part of what happens when you have as many champions as I do. And I'm free to play. I'm building the champions that it occurs to me to make. And even then, there are a number of champions that just won't even give airtime. I mean, how often do I use Leorius? And he's awesome. So he's bringing in Georgid. Just in case, I guess we want him. Then who else do we want? Maybe. Hmm. I'm going to bring in these two. I'm going to bring in these two. Then maybe I'll bring in Goffred just to block the first kill attempt that Georgid does. I think we can handle Georgid. Normally, I don't even want to think about it. If you're going second and you're up against a Georgid, I have come up with one counter, and it's Goffred or Joffred against Georgid or Georgid. Oh my goodness, he's got a Lady Mikage. That is a rough thing for me to have to contemplate. So I'll go ahead and bring him. I'm gonna ban Sun Wukong. Lady Mikage is so neat. I was looking over her kit again because now I'm thinking about how badly I want her on my team. I mean, she's got that increase. I mean, she's probably the one I should have banned, come to think of it. But I don't know. I want to see her in action, don't you? So let's open with this guy. We could even open with resists. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that won't even be enough resistance. Let's just go with the defense. She's got everything though. She's got ally attack. She's got increase accuracy. She's got a strip, and she's got weaken, all on one move. I don't even remember everything she's got, but she's got like a different move that does something cool in every situation. Just absolutely busted can opener of a unit. Like a Swiss Army girl. She's a Swiss Army girl. That's what she is. She just does it all. So she's going to metamorph. She's probably going to strip and place weaken. That's what I'm expecting. Oh no, she's going for the stun first, because she does have that AoE stun. That's not what I was expecting, but that makes perfect sense. So, blocked, stunned. That's why I like Goffred. So now, I mean, I just bought myself time. Like, his Goffred is not particularly fast. So he's placing that weaken. So the question is, am I going to have enough time to get my buffs up? I can at least get this up, but now I don't know. Because we're in kind of a foot race, and oh yeah, the reset. There it is. Oof. Yuck. Well, we'll get everybody back up again. They get the stun out again. Yeah, I really should have banned Lady Mikage. And this is a good sense of why. I'm actually glad I didn't, because this is quite entertaining. I think this is entertainment at its finest right here. Just a nice showcase of Lady Mikage. Great game, Jake your Lord. Great that you already got Lady Mikage. I absolutely love her. I want her. Like, more than a friend. But also on my roster. So let's go in for the last fight. See what we get. But that was my first fight against Lady Mikage, and I gotta say, I am impressed. It just makes me feel all the more energized to go after her. So we're fighting Nick Nash. Why is his last name in all caps? Because he's that proud of his family. Yeah. I want these two again. So he's got Sun Wukong. No surprises there. Maybe I'll take Candy. I could try with the Helicath paradigm again if I get rid of his Sun Wukong. As long as there's no second annoying thing to deal with as well. So yeah, okay. I'll get rid of the Sun Wukong. It rounds out this team really well. We need a second source of damage. Pretty much no matter what. Could be Goffred. A number of ways to do this. I could bring one of these guys. I don't know. I'm going to stick to what I know. So let's get rid of... I do have a lot of demons as well. And I find that troubling. Because now I have to decide, do I want to get rid of Harima? Or do I get rid of Sun Wukong, who's just going to be a constant pain in my butt? So I'm going to get rid of Sun Wukong. So I think that worked out pretty well for us, really. Because he was going to have trouble getting any traction against Harima anyway. This way I have a nice protective barrier around him. I don't think there's really any strips to worry about at this point, so we could go for the speed just to get my turns up. Go for the defense just to make my party harder to kill. And that Harima can whittle away at our defense anyway. Whoops. I spilled water in my pants. And I didn't pee myself. The records show I have not peed myself. How reassuring is it when someone keeps insisting they haven't peed themselves? Is it believable? I didn't pee myself. You believe me, right? Let's get some buffs up. More buffs up, better off we are because of really both passives. Both of my Reviver's passives. I don't love how much damage I've taken already. Do I want to use this yet? I'll use it. I'll use it. So let's see. I want to start killing these people now. Let's see. Oh, not quite. Not quite. So close. So close to taking him down. So close I could taste it. And I'm getting those freezes off on Arbiter. That's nice too. Let's try to take him out even with anybody. Just get him off the field. Cardiel is a difficult champion to deal with. Oof. Youch. That is super duper rough. All right, let's try to get a shield and some healing up on her. See if she can survive the rounds. I don't know. Things are getting pretty dodgy. This is the last fight. It'd be nice to go out on a high note. Or on a positive note. So that hurts, but I got my revive off. I don't feel as worried about you taking her out. Youch. Alright, let's try this again. We're running out of revives. Damn, Harima's just beating the piss out of us. What a great unit. I think my strategy is just too passive. I think I needed something a little more aggressive. So we can try for this. Although really, doing damage to Leorius just means he does more damage back to us. So maybe I should have avoided Leorius. Yeah. Well, good game, Nick Nash! And back to Gold 1. So I can have a nice easy fight when I come back. So, let's see. Loki, yeah, I think he resigned at the very end there. And again, the game just hung. And wasted everybody's time. So, let the record show that Loki 7 is a prick who likes to waste people's time. Anyway, let's see the leaderboards. 2100. Okay. That's about all I got for you today. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.